What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Movie Emporium's movie review of The Outfit, the newest film from director Graham Moore. Now, before we begin, if you like this channel, awesome, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium, hit that notification bell top to find what's coming next. If you like this video, awesome, hit that like button, as well as commenting below on any video that you watch, including this one. So The Outfit is, of course, about this tailor who's played by Mark Rylance. He's an individual that owns a tailor shop in 1956 Chicago. Of course, we deal with gangsters and stuff like that. And he has this young woman named Mabel who works for him, that's played by Zoey Deutch. And in the process, part of his shop is used for these gangsters to basically deliver messages or packages to The Outfit, which is the Chicago mob and so on and so forth. And one night, a situation happens. A character played by Dylan O'Brien, who I think plays Robbie, he gets shot. And then we have another character played by Johnny Flynn, who start to kind of spiral everything out of control, which causes Mark Rylance's Taylor character to, in essence, have to kind of figure a way out of the situation, because it's getting very, very deadly and serious and very stressful in a lot of places. And then it leads to some really interesting kind of conclusions and twists and turns and so on and so forth. And on top of that, Mark Rylance actually narrates not only about how he makes clothes and how clothes is like an art and kind of like making love in a lot of respects, because it really is how he's narrating it, but he has a way about it that kind of leads into the final conclusion of the movie. So The Outfit was actually a movie that I was actually really looking forward to be fairly honest. It was a movie that looked like a really good adult action-oriented film. It has Mark Rylance as the main character, and he's been in some pretty decent films, to be fairly honest, like Bridge of Spies. But it also has an interesting aesthetic, being set in Chicago in the 1950s, which really had its own real interesting vibe to it. Look at like something like The Untouchables. Just that look and feel of that early day Chicago is really a cool thing to watch. I think it was actually Road to Perdition as well, if you think about it. But the movie looked kind of cool. It looked fun. I was able to get a screener for it to watch it, to review it. To be fairly honest, if you like slow burn movies, The Outfit will be right up your alley. But watching this film was very tedious and tedium. It was a movie that I felt really just kind of bored by, to be fairly honest. This is not an action film. This is a drama play that you would see on stage that has been turned into a movie form, and it really just kind of slowly gets to its point in an hour and 45 minutes, which is crazy because you think a movie like this would be like 2 hours and 15 minutes the way it's like progressing through the film, but it's only an hour and 46 minutes. I was sitting there watching this film, and I decided I was gonna check to see how long the movie was before it ended, and I'm like, oh my god, this movie is way longer than it should be, and it feels way longer than it should be. And it's not a terrible movie. There is some interesting things that do happen in this movie, which I won't spoil. But once it gets to its conclusion, I was already kind of tapped out, to be fairly honest. I was kind of zoned out. I was almost starting to want to look at my phone, to be fairly honest. It's just not a movie that I feel is very interesting or very fun to watch. It's a movie with a lot of character dialogue that is not that interesting. The only person I found really interesting was Mark Rylance's character, but that's Mark Rylance. Mark Rylance can make a boring phone book seem interesting. It's just his character and his play. And like I said, you have Zoey Deutch in here, and she's fine, and Dylan O'Brien is fine, and Tommy Flynn is fine, and then some other characters, Dylan O'Brien's father character in this movie, who's the main gangster boss, is fine, but there's nothing really of a standout of notice in this movie. It feels like a movie that wants to take its time, but when it eventually gets to its conclusion, you're just not really interested or invested anymore. And that's just on my personal feelings on the film. Like I said, there are other people that are really going to enjoy this film, but it's not a film that it's almost like a fake out in the trailer where you're led to believe something and then you're given kind of something else, and that was a little bothersome. And I can't take away from the look and feel of this movie because it's gorgeous to look at. It is a film that you could tell was a COVID film because it was shot in one location in the tailor shop. It doesn't really go anywhere else, and then when it does go anywhere else, it's all CGI background. It feels like the set was built here, then the outside just has a little bit of space that they can film on. And I don't want to say it's like a terrible film, because it's really not. It is, like I said, very aesthetically pleasing, and the characters are somewhat interesting. It's just when you're sitting in a theater and you're watching a movie and you start wanting to look at your watch, that's when the movie's starting to fail a little bit, and that's kind of what's happening here. But like I said, it has an interesting story for what it's worth. If you like these really slow burn type movies, I think this movie will be for you. But for anyone that's used to seeing like a lot of quick motions and a lot of quick actions and things of like high octane or whatever, you're not gonna like this movie at all. You're actually gonna probably leave halfway through the movie because you're just like, what is the point of this movie movie. So with that said, I can definitely say it's an interesting film, but it's a very, very slow burn, boring film, to be fairly honest. So that's where I stand on the movie. But if you like those types of films, then I definitely recommend it. So anyways, that'll do it. That'll be my take on The Outfit. Thank you so much for watching. Comments below. Do you like slow burn films? What's your favorite slow burn film? Are you looking forward to The Outfit? All that good stuff. But anyways, let me know. And with that said, if you like what you see on this channel, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. If you like this video, awesome. Hit that like button. And as always, we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.